career is undefeated. That's my goal. I don't want to lose ever.
He got rocked. Can he finish it?
I can be the champion.
He's relentless.
The only goal I to fight for the title.
Dan Henderson's been the model for what I want to win my fight and then just sit on the sidelines and wait for my title shot.
He's going to do.
I'm excited to test myself against him, though. I really am.
It'll be an interesting fight, defending those takedowns, defending the punches, and punching him in his face.
He has advantages. He honestly does hit harder than me with his right hand.
Bam! Drop cold.
I think my biggest advantage is going to be my speed.
Joe, that man is about as world-class in the world. Be it the UFC, Pride, Strikeforce, you make out of Shogun. H-bomb is the difference maker.
I had the privilege of being there for his very first fight in the Octagon, a tournament, actually. That was back when they had 2 fights in the night. He beat Alex 17.
Yeah, Alan Goez, the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, and then
His time.
Dan Henderson over his career. He did weigh in, keep in mind, at 199 pounds.
With one punch. I mean, and it's after getting tagged and hurt in the first. Tough mentally. Never gives up. He's always in a fight. He knocked out Vanderlei Silva with his left. He's got power.
Pride and Strikeforce champion, Hendo, Dan Henderson.
I'm a nightmare. Yeah.
Cormier hopes he is at the beginning of a legend.
It's crazy when you think about just the resume of his debut at light heavyweight. It was also spectacular against world-class competition at heavyweight, including 2 former unions. They think about his wrestling, but the fluidity of his takedowns in wrestling are, of course, world-class. He's a winner. You can't put it on a scale. You can't figure out what it's worth, but figure out a way to win fights that ordinarily they wouldn't be winning. And figured out a way to win when the chips are down. And one guy in Daniel Cormier that's never catches him with one of his patented punches. Can Cormier land?
Professional since 2009 and started training MMA, Joe. Tail of the tape for this light heavyweight showcase. Cormier 30 fight reach advantage. With the official introduction.
Event of the evening. This fight is 3 rounds. A mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 30 wins, 11 losses. He is the former Pride World Champion, presenting Dan. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red, 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 205 pounds. Grand Prix champion, Daniel. And when the action begins, our referee in charge.
At all time. If you want to touch that, do it now. Go back to your corner.
Hendo, black trunks for DC, Daniel Cormier. Position.
You could see by the stance of Cormier that he was, and that's one of the differences between their styles. Cormier throws a lot there.
Yeah, he did. Looking for the, oh my! Beautiful. Great takedown.
Man struggles a bit to get down to 205, and as we said, Dan Henderson
at 205 in that fight against Patrick Cummins.
On to his left arm like this, he's got him in a bit of a cradle. Look at that arm bar. He's trying to submit him here, and Cormier pulls his arm. And now Cormier in full side control here.
At this position. To go to battle as teammates in MMA. They have both.
Like Cain Velasquez with just infinite gas tank.
Who's really not cutting weight, Joe, but when they're in there working, they're really close in weight.
Sessions, it's amazing. I mean, these guys push each other to the brink. Fighters that, you know, are better than almost anybody you're ever going to face inside the... He's not taking too much damage, but he's stuck underneath the bigger man. And Cormier.
Wrestlers don't mind from the top. And now he's trying once again to get to the...
Trying to hip escape and get back to half guard.
He does.
Wrap the leg up, exhausted, having the bigger man on top of him. And for good up kick by Dan.
Henderson's last 7 bouts.
Cormier ragdolled Dan on the ground like this. The way he took him down, completely controlling the ground.
Yeah.
Or south position.
A lot of top position. Watch for the H-bomb.
When you see Daniel Cormier.
Henderson looked for the low inside kick from the left. We're going to stuff it. 10 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, huge. Huge with that big takedown and huge with...
Great top again, DC. Perfect. Okay.
That is the key. I want a little more space to create it. You got to pick your shots, okay? Hey, don't worry.
Ragdolling somebody. And when you do it to someone like me, it's not impressive. Oh, mixed martial arts career against one of the most dangerous fighters. Make no mistake about it, just like Shogun dominated the first round in the last fight.
Put a lot of hurting on Henderson in that rematch for the
chin.
And here he takes a big swing. Heavyweight debut against Patrick Cummins. Fight only lasted a little over.
Fight was a quick victory, but in Cummins' defense.
And of course, cardio stays with you when you're on top. And that's what.
And also trying to push that weight off you to get back up to your feet.
The Ronda Rousey-Sarah McMahon Olympic matchup.
It has stood up with guys like Bigfoot Silva, guys like Josh Barnett.
Henderson trying to get up.
I mean, the Josh been like that. And that was a big combinations of his punches, which are outstanding. He's riding on top.
Henderson is just in defense mode again.
Yeah, he's completely
shot.
Hard shots. And again, DC just
out-wrestled Dan Henderson.
Well, he's certainly been correct.
No doubt about it. Again.
He had it briefly, but Dan did a good job of those punches to the body.
Officially, Cormier.
His ability to control Dan Henderson is actually... I can't think of a time where you see Dan for 2 rounds and Dan's trying to tie up that leg. Cormier's not having any of it.
No, and he knows how to stay heavy.
Right back into side control, sticks to him like glue. Heavy. Yeah, Dan is getting beat up. I mean, Dan's trying desperation moves like knees to the body, pounded on.
Yeah. Yves Levine right there takes a look at the clock, takes a look. Right?
You know, there's no surprises in the chin of Dan Henderson.
Basically about 8 out of 10 minutes of the fight.
He's a big shade for 2 rounds, and then hanging on here in the third, though, doing nothing. Combination on the ground, and one of the rare times you've ever seen Dan Henderson cut.
Yeah.
Tire. Sit down, Ben. Sit down. You have to go fight him. Yeah? You have to go now. Okay? Let's go.
Stay low there.
Has fought all of the greats in the history. Yeah. In a showcase of U.S. Olympic artists. And he wants to continue to make a statement. And again, it's what Henderson needs to do in this round. He's got to keep this on the feet. That's his move, that low kick and the punch, but it's usually at a little quicker speed.
Oh, goodness.
My goodness, indeed. Wow. Look at that.
Full domination by Cormier. The technique, the athleticism, the conditioning, the power, everything. Because of the fact that he's had so much success, it's what everybody's said about him.
The guy's heroes. Cormier talks about John Smith and Kevin Jackson. His wrestling, they both have it. Right now, Daniels
no question. We'll look at, you know, one of the greatest of all time right now.
And he's got full mount.
Same thing when he wins the title, the youngest guy ever. Wrestling. It all starts out in wrestling. It's because there's no one. They endure so much, and they're so mentally tough. They're willing to work harder. They're smarter. They're more focused. There's just something about...
We were saying about Cain Velasquez 5 years ago.
Absolutely.
Same base.
Because Daniel Cormier goes through this with Cain, you know, on left in the tank. And if Daniel Cormier unloads, he could easily get this fight. UFC. Well, certainly for 3 rounds.
The UFC.
Certainly for 3 rounds, you know.
But a good first round, either.
Yeah, a good first round where he controlled Anderson on the ground. But we've never... In the division... At 205 pounds, one of the scariest. He's got the back of Dan Henderson with the arm underneath the neck for the finish.
Man, how tough is that?
That's it. He went out.
Total domination.
He choked Dan out. Hard to tell. We couldn't see. We'll see it in the replay, but what else that he did it to Dan Henderson. But look at this. He gets, it's like, I mean, all due respect, it's like and he never tapped. Yves Levine recognized that Dan was out. Man, Daniel Cormier is something special.
as he defeats Dan Henderson with the official decision.
At 3 minutes, 53 seconds of the third round, declaring the Cormier.
We'll visit with Joe.
Daniel Cormier. Dan,
I'm the kid at the wrestling tournament that is always in your bracket.
Sir, amazing performance tonight against a true legend.
Doesn't matter. If I decide to take John Jones down 100 times, I'll take him down a full
performance, and I can't wait to see you fight for the title.
Thank you so much.
Daniel. All right, I'm here with one of the toughest human beings that's ever walked the face of the planet. I've been very fortunate to be there from the beginning, your very first octagon.
He's a heavy guy and got on top of me and just wore me out a little bit. All you fans, and I really appreciate your support.
End at 205. Do you think if you continue, you'll...
Smaller than most middleweights, but, you know, I've never really... Maybe I shouldn't have given that chicken.
Well, go and think about the future. Do you have a plan set in your mind?
I'll move forward, and I'm not done yet. I'm still going to absolutely love the support you guys give me, and I will continue.